You know, legitimately falling in love with the artists that you explore on a reaction channel is kind of tough. Because you wanna just take everything in, but you also need to pace yourself. So you don't just release like 50 videos for the same artist on the channel. It's annoying. Anyway, everyone knows I'm Bobby Trash by now, so I finally want to make my way through his solo stuff and his subunit stuff with Mino from Winner. So I'm gonna record 3 reactions today to the remaining music videos there. So let's do this. First up, I Love You from his solo album. This is the last music video, the last proper music video. I think he had those other vertical videos, I haven't done those yet. But this is the last proper music video for a solo album, so I really enjoyed the other 2 tracks from it. So let's just do this together, and I'm gonna start this in 3, 2, 1, now. Oh. Okay. Started out sounding like the same R&B sound, but it's a lot more poppy than the other stuff. Okay, he looks so cute like that, oh my god. Oh, I love those rare moments where he goes into his head voice. Oh, he really uses it a lot here. And that raspiness, that roughness still comes through. Oh. Oh, you can't do that to me. Ooh. I don't think he realizes that his rap vocal style is still coming through when he's singing. Like, it's about how he creates the notes. Oh, that's cute on the beat. Okay, I'm really liking this. This is so sweet and light. She's really pushing there. He's really pushing those almost out like belts. This is such a nice contrast to Runaway, because that song is so dark. Really? And of course he looks fantastic with his shirt off, but we all know that. Oh, I like the texture of that synth they used there. Okay. With the vocals on top of it, that works well. And it's transposing down there, okay. Getting almost a bit of a dream pop feeling here with that strong reverb that was on there. I think his voice is the best in this song when you have him doing a bit of that nasal high-pitched tone and have the rougher one underlying it, like 2 vocal lines on top of each other. That is excellent. Okay. He looked like he was having so much fun recording this, oh my god. Yes! Bobby, satisfying with everything he does. This was very good. This the other stuff from this album that I've heard was all pretty down tempo and had a darkness to it. So I was kind of surprised by just how warm and fuzzy and fun this track was. But I like it. It's definitely rooted in R&B, much like the other stuff on there. Much more R&B than hip hop. But this one has more of a pop edge to it. Has some of those It actually sounds a lot like something from around 2011 or 2012 rather than 2017, interestingly enough. The choice of the not instrumental samples, of the synths that are used there, those very much have that sound that was in use when house was starting to get into mainstream pop in a big way. When you had people like Calvin Harris and stuff in America really, really changing the way pop music sounded after it was previously very 80s influenced. And you hear some of that in here. And it also has that playful, that slight notion of that tropical house, which is usually a bit of a misnomer because tropical house is actually a genre, but what we think of as these tropical beats is not actually that genre. But either way, nowadays you kind of use them interchangeably. But it has all of that coming together. But I really like the many, many different vocal styles that he uses in this track, because one of his biggest strengths as a vocalist is that he can affect completely different textures on his voice. And sometimes here he does it at the same time, especially towards the end of that song, as I pointed out when it was going on, where when he's not quite belting because he's not using that vocal technique. He's kind of almost rap singing, shouting, where he's really pressing and it comes from very high up. And it has a bit of a nasal and a bit of a forced tone, and it sounds very, very interesting. And then he has a second vocal line below that is a more straightforwardly softer pop sound. That makes for such an interesting sound, those two layered on top of each other. Then at some points here he actually does rap, which always very nice. And he has this very light, very fun, very genuine feeling to him when he does that. And then even when he's singing, there's always a tinge of rap in there. You can tell that he's first and foremost a rapper, even when he's not rapping, because he does not use a pop vocal style. His vocal technique is rap. He's just using it to create a sung melody. And that is very interesting, because a lot of rappers, when they try to sing, are not very good because they can't affect the right vocal technique. But Bobby goes for such an in-between technique, and that is awesome. That is very unique. But yeah, I really liked it. Really liked the song, really liked the video. It was very sweet, and of course, did a lot of things to me. And I'm so happy I've actually finally done this, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I really, really love him, but I always have to forcibly pace myself on the channel so I don't just rush through an artist's discography and then have nothing left to do for them. So I'm glad I finally did this. And next I'm gonna move on to the 2 music videos he released with Amino from Winner as Mob. So that will be next. Yeah, those will be uploaded to YouTube a bit later, but if you want early access, I have a Patreon. I also have a Twitter, Facebook, all the good stuff that's all linked in the description. Special thanks to some of my top tier Patreon supporters, Lala, Fred, and Kim, and I'll see you guys in another video soon.